Hey, what up, everybody? Steve Breach coming to you. Hope everybody's enjoying your Super Bowl Sunday. Hope you're all going to be drinking them down today, watching a good game. I got to go to work. I got to sell those wings. Got to sell those tri-tips. Earlier this morning, I put up a video about CM Punk leaving WWE and basically what it was going to take in order to get him back. You know, what kind of demands is he going to have for Vince McMahon in order to, make some money. To end out his contract. He wasn't really that excited about having a match against Triple H. And, what match at WrestleMania would really, get him thinking to really want to do it. And I'm surprised that I didn't think of this. So, right off the bat, when I make a lot of videos, I don't do a lot of prep. I don't do a lot of planning. I honestly just sort of start talking. And, whatever comes out. And I started thinking, maybe he would want to face The Undertaker again, bumping Brock Lesnar, because that was a big match last year that a lot of people said should have been match of the year or was match of the year. And it was something that people honestly just sort of really cared about, and it honestly made WrestleMania for me sitting at home. And I'm sure a lot of the people that were there were glad they got to see that match. I would have been happy seeing Cena hold that WWE Championship up and walking out of there. But then again, you probably got to see Rock's last match as well. But I know that it has been talked about for a long, long time, and it's the wrestling fan's dream. But why can't this be the year that Stone Cold Steve Austin finally comes back and gives CM Punk that last match that people have been asking for such a long time? I know it's a long shot. I know that Stone Cold Steve Austin sort of turned down WrestleMania this year, saying that he wasn't going to be wrestling, he didn't need that, and he just didn't want to do it. But then again, that's when they were proposing the Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Triple H match, a match that never should have been on the table at all. It was when they were thinking of doing the storyline of basically Vince McMahon turning on Triple H, saying that he wasn't doing a good job, and they were going to run the angle of who the true, owner or overseer of the WWE for the foreseeable future was going to be. Honestly, I thought that was going to be a little bit of a mistake in order to push Vince McMahon out of the limelight. Honestly, I think even if they did this match and Triple H won, I think Vince would be back by the dog days of October once the numbers die down. There's not as many people watching Raw because Monday Night Football's on and this, that, or the other. Definitely by October, Hell in the Cell time, Vince McMahon will be back on Raw in some capacity, either giving a promo, acting like nothing ever happened, or maybe doing what he did a couple years ago, jumping in the ring and having a match on Monday Night Raw against CM Punk, because they knew that would make people flip the channels. And even in his age, taking kendo shots, getting beat the hell out of on live Monday Night Raw. Fun times. But basically, I don't know. This is the match that was rumored for 27. This is the match that was rumored for 28. It was probably a match that was rumored for WrestleMania 29. It just has never came to fruition. Basically, Austin has said publicly that his neck is able to wrestle if he wanted to. It's just a matter of, how much money is going to be put on the table. Is it going to matter? Where is it going to be put on the card? He's not coming back to open up, the WrestleMania. He's not going to be in the second match. He wants a match that's going to mean something, because this is going to be the, exclamation point on his career. Is, selling out that Superdome down there in Louisiana. I know they've said they've sold over 50,000 tickets. I'm guessing they're going to comp at least 10,000 tickets to, little kids at the reading competitions and shit like that. But honestly, in my opinion, that place is going to sell out. Once that last match is really, put on the card, I know so many people have tickets. Once that last, exclamation point on who's fighting who, that place is definitely going to be a sellout there, and it's going to be a huge ordeal out there in New Orleans. I don't really got much to say except for that's the one match I think that Punk would ask for. We've been asking for this match for so long. Everybody knows what it could be about. I mean, definitely with Punk leaving, that could be brought up. Stone Cold Steve Austin goes to Punk and says, maybe have him come back on that LA Raw, maybe have him come back on that Chicago Raw, and just, just do what Stone Cold said that Vince McMahon was going to do. Fly out to Chicago, sit down with Punk, spew some Jedi mind shit, and just basically get in his head and say, hey, we can make a fuckload of money, or you can sit here on your couch, and we'll go on without you, because that's what Vince is gonna do. He's gonna be Raw and SmackDown ain't stopping because CM Punk's not there. There's 1,000 guys that are gonna try and step up and be what he was, and even if it doesn't work, Vince is still gonna be printing out money, selling tickets to Raws, SmackDowns, house shows. Many guys have come and gone. When Hulk Hogan left, when Shawn Michaels left, when Bret Hart left, so on and so forth. The one thing we know about wrestling is they keep turning over a new leaf. They keep spitting out new superstars. They keep making new stars. They haven't done it in a while, but when they're forced to and their back is against the wall, it's going to happen. I mean, Sheamus is the guy that debuted on ECW not that long ago. And I'm not going to call him, I guess they're all superstars. I'm not going to call him a megastar, but he is a guy that has a lot of fans that people do really rally and get behind, and they sell VIP tickets to meet him in Access and so on and so forth. I wouldn't buy one. He's doing a signing here at Comic-Con that costs $175 to meet Sheamus. I know a lot of wrestlers don't come through Sacramento, but that's a shitload of money. Stone Cold Steve Austin, have a drink for the working man, but just basically, Austin can be the one who calls Punk out. Punk comes down to the ring. We all know that Austin is one of Punk's heroes as a kid, and he would love to work for him. They're cut from the same cloth. Him leaving is a lot like him leaving in 2002. Austin has come out and said that it's a mistake 1,000 times, in which they never did it. Austin will say, maybe let's, do what we gotta do in order to make some money, make this happen. Maybe be able to make Punk happy, and at least keep him till the end of his deal. If he wants to leave when his contract ends in June or July, whenever it is, after Payback, let him go, because he's not going nowhere. I know they thought the same thing about Jeff Hardy and Kurt Angle, and they end up signing with TNA, but there's no way in the world CM Punk is walking to TNA and the Impact Zone. He's not going to go to that low-rent facility. I know that he came up working the indies, making no money, scratching, but his dream was always to make it to the WWE, make a huge success up there, and try and change that place. And he can't change that place by sitting on his couch at home. He's gonna want to get back. He'll probably rest up. If it's 6 months, a year and a half, the one thing we know, the longer people are away, the more Vince wants him back. The more Vince wants him back, the more money that's gonna be put up on the table. So, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk. That's how I'm crossing my fingers for. I think that's the only match that he's going to be able to work at Mania. CM Punk, I think that's about the only thing that he would really come back for. That's just me.